French investigators said today the black boxes from Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 show clear similarities between that crash and the October Lion Air crash in Indonesia. And there are growing calls for an investigation into how the 737 MAX was deemed safe to fly in the first place. Kris Van Cleave has been looking into this.
As family members of the 157 who died on Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 said goodbye to their loved ones 1 week after the crash, questions are being raised about how the 737 MAX was originally cleared for air travel and about the relationship between the FAA and Boeing. Federal authorities have told employees at both to retain documents relating to the plane's approval process, which by design relies on manufacturers like Boeing to self-police that they've met FAA requirements. According to the Seattle Times, the anti-stall system being eyed in the deadly Lion Air crash was 4 times more aggressive than what was described to the FAA in a safety assessment provided by Boeing during the certification process. Investigators are eyeing the possibility a single sensor failure sent the Lion Air 737 into a fatal nosedive, a shortcoming apparently missed by the FAA and Boeing, leading to increased scrutiny of the process itself.
It's a concern on my part that the system became so safe that we actually took a nap, and that the regulatory process did not function.
But former FAA Assistant Administrator Scott Brenner says the FAA does not have the resources to certify aircraft without the help of the manufacturer.
But on some level, the FAA is taking Boeing's word for a lot of this.
They are taking Boeing's word, but Boeing is also presenting data to prove their word.
This certification process has been used for decades, and FAA points to an unparalleled period of aviation safety since 2009. Also at issue is the amount of time pilots spent initially training on the 737 MAX. After test driving the MAX in late 2017, Brazilian regulators asked for additional training, while the FAA and Boeing settled on just 56 minutes of online training.
The FAA expects to be able to certify Boeing's software update for the 737 MAX by next Monday. It's unclear if that will be enough to lift the order grounding the airplanes. Jeff?
Kris Van Cleave with some big questions for Boeing tonight. Kris, thank you.